So in our last activity, we successfully installed Ollama and then also pulled a copy of a model and successfully tested it by providing an instruction, which gave us a response. However, Ollama does not have a graphical user interface like the way ChatGPT or DeepSeek or Google Gemini has. But I know some people want to have that feel of having a chat-looking window or graphical user interface to be able to communicate with their own local offline model. And that is where we are going to use Open WebUI. This tool or platform provides us a graphical user interface connection to the Ollama endpoint. So we are able to pull in our model and be able to chat using just a front chat box. Okay. But before we proceed, make sure that you have your system up to date. And we are going to install Docker using this command. So make sure that Docker is installed. Okay, now that we have Docker installed, let's try and see if it is running. Okay, and this command will do just fine. So we can confirm Docker is up and running. So now let's head over to Open WebUI's website. Once we get here, we can click on the Get Open WebUI, and this would open and take us over to their GitHub page. So we can scroll all the way down. Open WebUI is extensive. It has great features. So I would encourage you to read through some of their features as you go through this installation process or once you get it up and running. We are going to bypass all that and get all the way to the how to install. Now, they have several ways we can install Open WebUI, with one of them using pip to install. However, as of this video, the version of Python that is compatible with this way of installing Open WebUI is Python 3.11. However, if we go into our Kali and check the version of our Python, we will see that the version of IPython is more than what is being used here. If we try to install Open WebUI this way, we are going to run into a lot of problems. Okay, so what these guys have done is they have also provided us with an option to install with Docker. Hence, we installed Docker before this phase, right? So even with that, we have several options to install Open WebUI using Docker. With the first one being the default installation, we will pass that. The second one is if you want to use only OpenAI API for your implementation, then this will be your option. However, the one that we are going to focus on is going to be this one right here, installing Open WebUI with bundled support. This one has the Ollama baked in it. Everything just bundled up and ready to go. Even with that, we have two options. If you're running it on GPU system or CPU-based system, since we're using Kali Linux, we are much more interested in the for CPU only. So this will be the Docker command. We are going to copy and then head over to our command line terminal and then paste it. This is going to pull a copy of the Open WebUI's Docker instance and then run it on our box. Okay, so once we have the Docker image pulled, let us check it out to confirm it is running. So it is currently in a starting mode. So give it some time to finish starting, and then we'll try to browse to the Open WebUI on port 3000. So now we are able to access our Open WebUI on port 3000. We can go over to Get Started, And we need to create a user, the first admin user, to log in. This can be any fictitious account. In fact, I would advise you now to use a real account. So now we have successfully deployed an Open WebUI instance, which is supposed to be able to talk to our Ollama and pull in a model. However, if we go on the left side to select a model, we will realize there is nothing here to be found, even though we have Ollama running. So if you go to the Ollama endpoint, it is running, which can be accessible on port 11434. The problem does exist somewhere with Open WebUI, and in fact, the developers have that problem resolved here under the troubleshooting. The reason why I left this one out so we can experience this problem is so that in the future, if you try to develop, if you try to deploy this and you run into the same issue, we went through that in this video. So here, there is a problem with how the container tries to talk to our internal Ollama. For some reason, it's not able to communicate on the Ollama endpoint. So we have to explicitly have that defined in our Docker command by supplying the Ollama endpoint in a Docker statement, in the Docker command. And that is where it is specified here. So let's copy this command again, and let's go back and then pull this image in by specifying the Ollama endpoint here. Okay, so we run into an issue at the bottom here, right? And this is because the original container we stood up or we run is the same as what we have for the second fix. And that is going to create a conflict. An easy way for us to fix this problem is to stop this container, the original one, and in fact, even remove it. So we're going to use Docker again, and then stop. And we'll paste in this container number from the original container. And let's run a second command to even remove it so we can save space. So run. Oh, sorry. It's supposed to be remove. So remove. So we type in RM, and that should remove that container. So this time, if we run this command again, that should work. And let's type in Docker PS, and it is still starting. The only change is going to happen here is going to be the port number. It's now going to move from 3000 to 8080. Matter of fact, if we go here and then we refresh, we are going to be met with this message. So let's check and see if the container is ready by using port 8080. It looks like it's not ready yet. Let's give it some time to completely start running. So once we rerun the command and it tells us this is healthy, that means the platform is running. So let's try again with a refresh, and this time it is loading. So let's try to log in with the account we created previously because that is still valid. And we are logged in. And as you can see, now it's able to pick our Mistral model. Okay, fantastic. But let's try to confirm this is actually working because this is what we're expecting for us to have a graphical user interface so we can chat with our local offline model. So let's just pick one of these. Tell me a fun fact about the Roman Empire, and just send a message. What we'll notice here is because of our resource constraint, because we're running this from a virtual machine, this will take some time before you receive your message. Nevertheless, it is at least a great way for us to have our own private model running in our box, and keep track of the CPU usage here. See, it is using a lot of it. Okay, you can see it's skyrocketing because it is doing all these things with a model trying to process our request. And we can see we are getting response from our model, which is a good thing. So we've been able to at least get a working Open WebUI to communicate with our backend Olama and be able to talk to our offline model. In our next video, we are going to come back again to Open WebUI and then explore some of its features and even how we can extend it to use external model, so that we'll have the best of both worlds. We'll have our local offline model and then also a third party or external or remote model also integrated so that we can, we can switch up whenever we need to. Thank you.